Joining us on the phone is Jacob Blake, the father of the man in Kenosha that was shot by officers. Jacob, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much, Larry.
What is your understanding of your son's condition?
It's been a difficult few days for him since the incident. He has had surgery. He's recovering from the surgery. After they found out that one of the bullets that went through his back shattered one of his ribs that punctured a lung. So he was taking on fluid sometime Monday.
So how many?
They got.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, Robin, go ahead.
I'm just curious, how many times was your son shot?
A total of 7.
And we had heard reports that perhaps he was paralyzed from the waist down. Is that a temporary condition? How is he right now?
Right now, we don't know. One of the bullets had done some damage to his spine. So we don't know if it's swelling that has caused him to have paralysis in his leg. We're not certain at this time if it's going to be permanent or temporary.
Jacob, I presume you've seen the video that we've all seen at this point. Have you been told a version of the events that happened? What is your understanding of the interaction between your son and police, if you have any at all?
I have an understanding of what happened. They shot my son 7 times in his back while grabbing his shirt. We all saw what happened.
And have you talked to your son?
I'm headed to talk to him right now.
Oh, okay. So you're en route. So is your understanding that he's conscious and communicative?
He's in and out at this particular time. He was under medicated coma type just so he could heal up.
Yeah.
So regardless, I'll be sitting there with my son.
Yeah.
I just want to touch my son. So I'm driving. I drove all night from my home in Charlotte. And I'm on my way to touch my son's face.
And have you had any conversations with police at all?
I refuse right now to talk to them. I refuse.
So they have.
I'll speak to them probably Saturday when there's a couple thousand people want to go with me to get some answers on Saturday. So we're going to get some answers. Somebody's going to ask us some questions. Exactly why they thought it was okay to treat my son like an animal and shoot him 7 times in his back. I want answers. I don't want excuses. I need answers.
Do you have any idea? Have you heard what what he was doing at that location? Have you talked to other family members, Jacob, about any of the incidents surrounding the shooting?
That's the street and the place where he lives.
Yeah.
So whatever they were doing doesn't justify him being shot in front of my grandchildren. 3 of my grandchildren were in that vehicle. And he was trying to get my grandchildren out of harm's way. And they shot my son like a dog. Matter of fact, if they would have shot a dog, they would have got charged with it.
How are your grandchildren doing?
I'm worried about them. I'm worried about them because every time I call or they hear my voice, they think it's Daddy. Well, this is Papa. This is Papa. Papa. So once they say no, that's Papa, they start laughing because they're kids. They're babies. They don't even understand that their father is this sick. That is really they have no idea. They're babies.
Jacob, what was the situation that led up to this? Do you know?
No.
Okay.
And there was no situation that justifies the end. There was nothing that justifies what happened.
And is the family in touch with an attorney?
Ben Crump is representing us at this particular time,
Right.
and he's representing Jacob's mother and myself and Jacob.
Okay.
And Jacob's baby, the mother of his children.
Well, Jacob, we hope your son is on the road to recovery, and we thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us this morning.
And I used to watch you guys every morning when I was in Chicago, and that's the only reason I spoke with you guys.
Well, we
we
appreciate it.
Jacob.
You know what, Jacob, is your son has lived in Kenosha for a while, right? But your family used to live in the Evanston neighborhood, is that right?
We grew up in Evanston.
I see. And is your son?
Was Reverend Jacob S. Blake.
Ah, and your son's been in Kenosha for how long?
They've been, I think, in Kenosha for, I don't want to tell you the wrong amount of time,
Yeah.
but I know it's been about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like people to know about your son? If people watch the video and they're confused by what's happening, what do you want people to know? What do you want the police to know or anyone to know?
I want the world to know that he's a young man, and that young men in their lives make mistakes, but no way was he any more devilish than any other young man. He was a young man that had to find out how to be a grown man and take care of his children and work and provide. He was a provider. He was a hell of a father. He took care of all his kids without hesitation. He's my heart. I love my son.
Well, Jacob, thank you for talking to us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you guys very much.
And best of luck on your son's recovery.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.